here in your Immunity Kitchen. How are you today? So today we are going to make a beautiful snack. Also, it can be a great hors d'oeuvre if you have friends coming over, but it is just such a lovely thing. It's got lots of sweet potato. We have some beautiful avocados. We have some beautiful, and these came out of my garden, cherry tomatoes that we're going to pop on top as well. So what we're going to do first, and I've already started, is we're going to slice our sweet potato up into pieces. So I take the first bit off and then we slice it up into thinner pieces. All right, and so we've got some that I did earlier. We're going to pop them into a bowl. Then we're going to throw a little bit of olive oil over the top. Some Smokey Paprika. This gives it a beautiful, really nice sort of smoky flavour, still with the beautiful paprika in there, and some cumin as well. And then we are going to pop a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm just going to use this today, and a bit of my pepper, and my pepper. There we go. And then we're just going to mix it together. Just rub it through, make sure that the olive oil gets onto everything and the spices. Okay, and you can see that. Now I have my tray here, which I have put some baking paper on, and we're just going to lay these out. Now we're going to pop them in the oven. I've got the oven on at around about 200 for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on the sweet potato and make sure once it's put a fork through it, once it's nice and tender, then you can pull it out. So there we are. So we're just going to pop that in the oven. Beautiful sweet potatoes, so good, so full of vitamin A's and D's and lots of minerals. So there we have it, and we're going to pop that into the oven. So while the sweet potato is baking in the oven, we are going to make the guacamole that we're going to pop on top. So find yourself a nice ripe avocado. Oh, nice. Okay, gonna scoop that out. Now, avocados, great, lots of omega-3s and other vitamins, and it is a great plant-based way to get your omega-3s in. You can also use flaxseed or linseed, whichever you like to prefer to call it, but avocado is a lovely fresh way of getting those omegas into you. All right, get a fork. My hands a quick rinse. All right, so now we're just going to, we've got that in the bowl. I'm just going to mash that up. So I find with bowls and mashing avocado, you've got to find the one that works for you. I find now these are just a little plastic red bowl that my kids grow up with, and I just find that they are best way. They just have the right shape for me to mash my avocado up. So I just continue to use them. All right, so put a bit of pepper and salt there. I like a bit of pepper on avocado, it gives it such a nice flavour. Okay, we're going to stick a little bit of flaked sea salt, mix that in. Now, what I also have here is I've cut up half a red onion, just diced it really finely. We're going to pop that in there. And we're just going to mix it through. Now, if you have more people, of course you can do another avocado up. If you have someone in your house that doesn't like onion, you can either use the red from the, the green part, the deep green part from your spring onions, your spring onions, and or you can just leave it out altogether if you like, and you could put a little bit of onion powder in there instead. You know, so there's lots of different ways you can change it around. So we've got that there now. We've that looks all nice and ready. So we're now going to pop our little tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half. And we're going to use these to decorate our sweet potato and avocado. Now, the other thing that you can get if you're having a gathering and people together and you want to give it a little bit more of a look with a bit more on it, you can actually also grab yourself a few sprouts, different types of sprouts, like more like sort of alfalfa sprouts or snow pea sprouts, those sort of things. They're a bit smaller, and then you can pop them sort of on the top as well. So it's not a hard recipe. It's a very easy recipe. It tastes absolutely delicious, and you know, it's just quick and easy, and something that you can whip up if you have people coming. Nice to have with a little drink. So we're going to pop them to the side, and we're going to get our sweet potato out of the oven. Okay, so we've got the sweet potato out of the oven, and I have popped it on a plate just to cool down a little bit. Now we're going to get our beautiful guacamole here, and we're going to start popping it on to our sweet potato. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. That in on top. And we get all of this like this. Okay, so we're going to get our little tomatoes and we're going to pop them in to the guacamole. Now you can choose the size, the size that you want for yours. Now I do like to actually turn them around so you can see the back end of them. Just looks prettier. Okay. So I've got some different size sweet potato here. Some is a wee bit smaller. So if you've got young ones around, then it's always nice to give them something little. And you know, you're going to get little bits of sweet potato anyway, because that's just how the sweet potato rolls, isn't it? So yeah, so you can put as little or as much as you like. I'm putting a fair amount on top. Okay. Just so tasty and so healthy. And because the sweet potato has lots of fibre in it, you're going to find that you get filled up quite quickly eating these types of things, okay? Okay, so pop them there. And now we're just going to pop our little pieces of tomato in on top. And if you like, I think tomato, personally, the little tomatoes give a little bit of colour, add some colour in there. If just thinking about other things that you could use, if you didn't particularly have tomatoes around, you could, I tell you what, you could grate some beetroot and just pop them on top. That would be a lovely colour as well. So you can do things like get your Smokey Paprika and just pinch it between your fingers and just sprinkle a little bit on top, and that gives it a little bit more colour and a little bit more flavour on top of what you've already done. So, you know, there's lots of little things that you can do like that. But there you have it. You know, they are absolutely beautiful. Just a piece of sweet potato, some avocado, and a tomato, and I am going to try one right now. Yum. Absolutely delicious. So I hope that you enjoy these as much as I enjoy them and the people around me. Have a great day, and from my immunity kitchen to yours, take care.